Hello and welcome to Master 79. Today we are learning superlatives in English. A superlative is how we say that something is number one, the tallest, the best, the most important. By the end of this lesson you will know every spelling rule, all the irregular forms, the mistakes to avoid, and you will practice with 6 questions. Let's begin. So, what is a superlative? A superlative compares one thing with all the others in a group. If you compare only 2 things, you use a comparative. Anna is taller than Ben, but if you compare 3 or more, you use a superlative. Anna is the tallest student in the class. And notice that small word, the. A superlative almost always needs it. One quick note: every example sentence in this lesson is invented for teaching. Rule 1. Short adjectives, that is, adjectives with only one syllable, add the ending est. Tall becomes the tallest, old becomes the oldest, fast becomes the fastest, cheap becomes the cheapest, young becomes the youngest. The pattern is simple, the plus the adjective plus est. Now be careful with spelling, because there are 3 changes to remember. First, if the adjective already ends in e, you add only st. Nice becomes the nicest. Large becomes the largest. Second, if the adjective ends in 1 vowel plus 1 consonant, you double that consonant. Big becomes the biggest with a double G. Hot becomes the hottest with a double T. Third, if the adjective ends in a consonant plus y, the y changes to I. Happy becomes the happiest. Easy becomes the easiest. But be careful, you only double after a single vowel. Cheap has 2 vowels together, so it simply stays the cheapest. Rule 2. Long adjectives do not take est. Instead, we put the most in front of them. Beautiful becomes the most beautiful. Expensive becomes the most expensive. Important becomes the most important. Difficult becomes the most difficult. Interesting becomes the most interesting. If an adjective has 3 syllables or more, always use the most. Two-syllable adjectives sit in the middle, so let's make them clear. If a 2-syllable adjective ends in y, it takes iest. Happy, the happiest. Busy, the busiest. Friendly, the friendliest. A small group of others also take est. Simple, the simplest. Narrow, the narrowest. Clever, the cleverest. Quiet, the quietest. Most other 2-syllable adjectives take the most. Modern, the most modern. Famous, the most famous. Careful, the most careful, and a few accept both forms. The commonest and the most common are both correct. So if you are ever unsure with a 2-syllable adjective, the most is the safe choice. Now the irregular superlatives. These follow no rule at all, so you simply have to learn them. Good becomes better, and then the best. Bad becomes worse, and then the worst. Far becomes further or farther, and then the furthest or the farthest. Little becomes less, and then the least. Much and many become more, and then the most. And old has a second form, elder and the eldest, used mainly for family members. My eldest sister. These irregular forms appear constantly in English, so learn them by heart. Now let's look at the words around the superlative. First, use the before it. She is the fastest runner in the team. Second, use in with places and groups. The tallest building in the world. The best student in the class. Third, use of with time periods and with sets. The happiest day of my life. The best of the 3. And here is one important exception. After a possessive word, like my, your, or his, you drop the. We say my best friend. We do not say my the best friend. Here is a pattern that will make your English sound much more natural. The plus a superlative plus a noun plus I have ever plus a past participle. It is the best film I have ever seen. That was the most difficult exam I have ever taken. She is the kindest person I have ever met. This structure is easy to learn, and it instantly adds range to both your speaking and your writing. Two more useful structures. First, one of the plus a superlative plus a plural noun. One of the biggest cities. One of the best players. Notice that the noun must be plural, but the verb stays singular. One of the biggest problems is traffic. Second, you can make a superlative stronger with by far or with easily. Brazil is by far the largest country in South America, and you can be more precise with the second or the third. She was the second fastest runner in the race. Now, the 5 mistakes I hear most often. Number 1. He is the most tallest boy. Never use the most and est together. Just say the tallest. Number 2. This is the more interesting book. More is a comparative, so for a superlative you need the most interesting book. Number 3. She is best student in the class. The word the is missing. Say she is the best student in the class. Number 4. It is the biggest city of the world, with a place we use in, not of. The biggest city in the world. And number 5. He is my the best friend. After my, you drop the. Just say my best friend. Let's put comparatives and superlatives side by side. With 2 things, you use a comparative and the word than. With 3 or more, you use a superlative and the word the. Taller than but the tallest. More famous than but the most famous. Better than but the best. Worse than but the worst. Ben is taller than Sam when there are only 2 boys. Ben is the tallest of all when there is a whole group.
Time to practice. Look at the adjective in brackets and write the correct superlative. Number 1. Mount Everest is blank mountain in the world. Praise. Number 2. That was blank day of my life. Math. Number 3. This is blank restaurant in town. Expensive. Number 4. Sarah is blank person I have ever met. Happy. Number 5. It is one of blank cities in Europe. The. Number 6. July is usually blank month of the year. Pause the video now and write your 6 answers. Here are the answers. Number 1. Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. Number 2. That was the worst day of my life. Number 3. This is the most expensive restaurant in town. Number 4. Sarah is the happiest person I have ever met. Number 5. It is one of the biggest cities in Europe. Number 6. July is usually the hottest month of the year. Check your spelling carefully. Happiest is spelled with IEST and hottest is spelled with a double T.
Let's recap everything. Short adjectives add est. The tallest, the oldest. Watch the spelling. The nicest, the biggest, the happiest. Long adjectives take the most. Learn the irregulars. The best, the worst, the least, the furthest. Always use the unless there is already a possessive. Use in with a place or a group and of with a time period. Never mix the most with est. And remember the structure, one of the plus a superlative plus a plural noun. That is everything you need for superlatives. Write your own superlative sentence in the comments and I will read it. Thank you for watching Master 79, and I will see you in the next lesson.